The resolution of the Senate was due to a motion sponsored by Senate leader Senator Ahmed Lawan from Yobe North and 106 lawmakers on the need for national unity and peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. The Senate expressed worries that the greatest challenge facing Nigeria is the threat to national unity, adding that the call for self-determination, ethnicity and religious intolerance have been on an all-time high.
The formation of the Southern and Northern Protectorates in 1914 was not a mistake, but a design by the Almighty God as a nation of brothers and sisters united in common destiny. The Senate acknowledges that Nigeria, as is currently constituted, is the envy of so many nations across the globe.
The lawmakers expressed worries that Nigeria's efforts at achieving national integration and unity have remained largely challenged by inter-community and intra-community wrangling. This view was made by Gatswill Akpabio, Senate Minority Leader, and Senator Sheikh Husani representing Kaduna Central.
There is no doubt that across the entire country today, the forces of division, the forces of disintegration have risen up in pockets all over. I know that these things did not take a day. Some were pent-up angers over the years that were not addressed.
And collective peace and happiness of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, politicians from the Southeast, Southwest, and South-South must have the courage, the conviction, and the consistency to insist on one nation.
Some lawmakers at the day's plenary said that politicians must have courage and conviction to insist that divisive utterances must be avoided.
There is no doubt that there have been a lot of injustice in this country. There's no doubt that tension has been high. And there's no doubt that a lot of people are not happy. But I think it is important that our leaders, especially political leaders, especially the elders, be very careful in handling the very critical situations like this.
Great nations are built by the suffering, sacrifice of its people and its citizens. The question that we must ask ourselves is how hard are we trying to build Nigeria into a great nation?
And I believe that our fathers and the patriarchs and matriarchs of our great nation has really looked into that before they came up with our motto for our coat of arms.
The federal government, as one of the players, was urged to direct Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation and other relevant agencies to intensify enlightenment and advocacy of loyalty to the nation. In his remarks, the Deputy Senate President Ike Ekwemadu, who presided over the session, appealed to all Nigerians to avoid inflammatory utterances that can bring disunity among the people.
All Nigerians to desist from actions and utterances that are capable of jeopardizing the corporate existence of our dear nation. Say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3. All distinguished senators to intensify their representative role by embarking on sensitization campaign in their various constituencies to highlight the importance of harmonious and peaceful coexistence.
However, the Senate in its additional prayers urged the federal government as a matter of urgency to send the last National Conference report to the National Assembly for deliberation.